You'd think I was away for a couple of weeks. Good morning, everyone. I'm going to mute that. Okay, no more echo. Geez Louise, good morning, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day. I made it. Barely. How are you, Samantha? Good morning, Ocean Tide. Good morning. Happy Valentine's Day. How is everyone? I'm going to wait for a couple more people. I haven't been here. Tater, good morning. Happy Valentine's Day. I haven't been here. I don't know if everybody knows that I'm still coming back on Caturday. So there's that. You guys, I've been running and running and running. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what the heck is going on anymore. You guys are going to have to catch me up. I need to be filled in on this missing person, this Nancy person. Um what else? What else is going on? Is the world around us crumbling? How is everybody doing? Mr. Kazi's in the other room resting. The patient is doing well. He thought he might pop on today, but he's not feeling his best, so he might not. Who knows, maybe a little later on he will. Um, we'll see. But he's here, he's home. We went to the doctor on Thursday. Well, I'll tell you about the surgery because that was nerve-wracking. I thought I was going to be able to do it last week, and I'm like, "Hi, Edna, happy Valentine's Day." Um, I thought I was going to be able to do last Saturday, and I said, "Oh, no, 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 no. No, I don't know why I'd be thinking like we're coming out of surgery. We're going to be able to be doing Caturday." He's watching. He's in there lurking somewhere. Hopefully he'll say hi. He's having his breakfast. So every morning I get up and I'm like, well, the night before I'll prep. I'll prep his lunch. Like he wants a protein shake and all that stuff. So I'll prep his lunch. And then so in the morning, all I have to do is make, his tea and I made egg bites. So heat those up. Make sure he has all of his order. Happy Valentine's Day, Rally. Welcome in. So I've been doing that, and then he's good for the day. And then when I come home, I like rush around, do the cats, and then I got to get him dinner. I ask him before I leave, can you tell me what you want for dinner so I can heat it up? So it's been a week, but it's good to see you guys too, Rally. I like pop in some chats here and there, but then I'm like, I'm exhausted. I gotta go to bed. I'm out like a light by 9:30. I tell you. I tell you. So I have stories. I have lots of stories, but we gotta wait for. I need Jarella and all of our originals to be in here. Did they think that I quit and everybody's not here? Anyway, so last week his surgery was longer than they anticipated because it was worse than he thought. So it said because like when I checked him in, I was like, "Hey, is like how long is this thing? Like how long's the surgery going to be?" He's like an hour and 15, and I'm like, "All right, whatever." So it was like 2.5 hours later. I'm like stressing. I went and got myself peanut M&Ms. I was stressing. Like I haven't been eating the sweets, but I did. I stress ate. So after I got done the M&Ms, that hi, good morning, Stephanie. I got the call from the doctor. He said, man, that thing was huge. And his tendon was barely hanging on, so they had to anchor that down. Um and they put him in the stitches and everything like that. Now, Mr. Kazi doesn't take meds. Like he's an aspirin kind of guy. He doesn't really take Tylenols. Unless he has to, like, because he has arthritis in his neck. So if it's really bad, he'll take the Tylenol. But for the most part, he's an aspirin guy. So to be under general anesthesia, it got him all woozy. I was like, not rushing him, but I'm like, we got to get to the pharmacy. Our pharmacy closes early. I said, oh my gosh, we got to get to the pharmacy. You got to wake up. You got to wake up, I tell you. We got to get to the pharmacy 'cause I needed his pain meds. I couldn't wait until the next day. That would have been a disaster. So he was able to get up and, like, we were able to, he was able to ride with me. He felt, like, nauseous, so they gave him the Zofran. So he felt okay to go to the pharmacy. We dropped that off. He wanted a milkshake because his belly was upset, so I said, "Alright, we'll go there." And then the medicine was done, so we were good. We were good. We got him home, we got him the meds, we got him into bed. My brother was here to help me get him upstairs. So he's just been upstairs, like, resting and stuff like that. Bless you. He's in there if you heard him sneeze. So that's his story. And then what, Thursday? Yeah, Thursday I took him to the doctor. I thought the stitches were coming out, but they didn't take them out. He said, no, 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 you can't get them out now. So thank you. I'm trying to. So they told us that we can't have the stitches out. They come out next Thursday, hopefully. But he's out of that, like, temporary cast and he's in a boot now. Hi, Jarella. Good morning. Happy Valentine's Day. So the shower situation is scary because it's his left leg. The mod thing. I know, Tater. I know. Wait, I see wrenches though. Do you have the shield or is there a wrench? Because I see I see wrenches. I don't know. So he asked me for duct tape. This is I'm telling the story, so don't yell at me. He asked me for he wanted a trash bag to put over the cast. And then he goes and get the duct tape. And I said, duct tape? Like I was seriously like, what? Like it took me by surprise. They are shields. Excuse me. Didn't he put duct tape on his leg? I was like, oh my gosh. But it wound up getting wet anyway. So now we have a shower boot that's coming in the mail. So hopefully that, it's supposed to be tight. So hopefully that holds that'll, like, be tight around his calf so he can get in the shower. And we have a shower stool on the way because the other one it did not last. It was it wasn't working, so we had to get another one. What's the hold on. All right, I'm back. Wondering. Hi, Brad. Happy Valentine's Day. So anyway, we have all that stuff coming, and we're motoring on. We're getting there. He's got a few more weeks of recovery. So, how have you guys been? Rubbermaid works better. Rubbermaid for what? A Rubbermaid, like, because this goes up to, like, his, like, right below his knee. What's a Rubbermaid thing? Hi, damn it, Jenna. How are you? Good morning. Happy Valentine's Day. I just found something on Amazon. It's like a shot. It's like it's a bag, but it's got a shield around it. We'll try it. We'll try. Oh, rubber band. You know what, Tater? I don't know if anybody knows this, but everybody has a thing. And one of my things is that I won't touch a rubber band. So we don't really have them here. Ah, Samantha, 20 months. Thank you for being a part of us for 20 months. Thank you. Oh, that reminds me. Um, but yeah, I don't touch, I don't be touching rubber bands. They remind me of worms. They remind me of worms. Hold on, let me get to here. Go in here. Oh, look at all you guys. Hold on. I can gift memberships. It's a new month. We weren't here last week. Who got it? J for Dallas, Jamie, Mark, Sheila, Dried 420, Drade 420, and then why does that go? 5 more. Who do we got? Pass for Pets, Freedom Deep, Fluffy Pink Socks, K Smith, Rendell. Yay! Welcome to the catwalk. Now let me go over here. Who I gave that? Rally 2 months. Thank you. Stephanie 11. Thank you. Thank you guys for being supportive. Thank you so much for being supportive. You guys are the best. Elliptical, hard to work up an hour endurance. Which I love rubber bands even when they get worn out and snap. Oh my gosh, Edna. What are we talking about the elliptical for? Because I haven't been to the gym because I've been running around. I either have to go to the store, pick something up, come home, make sure the cats are fed, take the trash out, do the, make Mr. Kazi's dinner, all that stuff, and then I'm exhausted. I'm just freaking exhausted. Yeah, of course, Rally. You're about to start making what? A rubber band ball? Thanks, Ocean. Yeah, no, I it just, we just always that's how it's always been over here. We just chill and chat, drink coffee. I talked to my dietitian. It's so much better to work out at home. You know what though? Like I want to get back. Now that this was my first full week of caretaking, I somewhat have, and Mr. Kazi's, he's completely like, don't rush home. Go and do what you got to do. Um, you buy the equipment and look at it. So it's not even that, but I'm like, no, I want to make sure that you're okay. Because especially the first week when he was on the pain meds, I was like, I want to get home. I want to make sure that you're okay. So next week I am gonna take I have to after work. I need somewhere to go to like just unleash. Because there's been 2 nights that I come home and I've been dropping F bombs. Like F after more F's in the sentence than actual words. Do you know what I mean? And I don't, we don't curse around here. I mean, we do, but I don't usually. I don't have a foul mouth. I could though. I could. Last Valentine's Day, we were at the Eagles parade and I was drunk. Ooh, eggplant and chicken parm. Ooh, yes, that does because it like gets time to marinate. So I was talking to somebody and they told me, here's the deal. One, I talked to my dietitian, right? Okay, first let's start with the hair. Hi, Just One. How are you? Happy Valentine's Day. There he is. I talked to my dietitian about the hair. The doctor put me on the minoxidil, and I finished my month of Weem gummies. Those things are 10 out of 10 recommend. I totally recommend those Weem gummies. Like my hair, I'm starting to see little baby hairs coming back. Um, come here. Come here. It's Valentine's Day. And Tater's here. Tell Tater that you got a haircut and you got your mani and pedi and don't look so evil and mean, okay? Just say happy Valentine's Day to everyone. Ooh. She did get her hair cut before he went on to the other ones over there. She's ignoring us. It does. Yeah. That's what everybody's saying. And I'm like, I don't see it. So I was talking to the Weem. Let me get back to that. The Weem gummies for the hair, 10 out of 10 recommend. I did the whole entire month. The shed, like the shedding is even my husband said it's night and day. Like it's not coming out in handfuls. I mean handfuls it was coming out. It's still coming out, but it's okay. So I did that, and then I got put on the minoxidil. Then the dietitian called to find out how I was doing because I lost my mind the first time I talked to her. So she's like, I said I still feel like I shouldn't have done this. Like, the scale and all this. She's like, stop looking at the scale. Like, I know. So I'm supposed to. I've been on this app, this macros app, and it puts you where you start your weight, where you want to be, and then it gives you, how many proteins and all that stuff, like your daily macros. It has me at 130 proteins, so I'm hitting all the proteins. I'm getting all the protein. Like I have protein mix for my coffee. It's unflavored whey isolate protein. So I put that in a coffee, that's 25. And then I'll have like my yogurt. So that's 40 right at lunch, right? And then I have my water, that's 40. So I'm already like the bariatric is 60 to 80. She's like, no, you're doing too much protein. You're doing too much protein. Whatever. So they told me like, cause I'm getting around, like I'm moving, I'm motoring, I'm doing my steps, I'm walking all day long. All day long I'm walking. So they're like, you don't have to do cardio when you go to the gym, start doing the weights, like your legs and your arms and stuff like that. Start building the muscles so that you can start losing the weight. So I'm like, all right. So next week I'm gonna hit the weights. I like the weight where you sit down and you push, like, you just push the weights so it works your calves, and then the one that you close and it works that, and then I'll just pull on some like we ain't bodybuilding over here, but we gotta start lifting weights. So I'm doing that. Protein coffee is it's a protein powder. It's from Isopure, ISO Pure, unflavored. There's no flavor whatsoever. It's no chalky. There's no flavor whatsoever. I thought so too, Jarella, but I got a lashing. She's like, no more than 91. I'm still hitting. I'm still going over. I'm going over. I'm not, I can't because if you think about just my breakfast well, sometimes I have the oats and it's a little less. Um, but if I have a yogurt cup, that's 15 to 20 grams, depending on which flavor I take. And my coffee is 25. Then my 64 ounces of water is 40. So that's 80 right there. And then I still got to eat. So, hi, Nico. Good morning. Happy Valentine's Day. So I'm just going to do what I need to do and just continue to eat the way I'm eating and then go and do the weights. That's what I'm going to do. And we'll see. But everybody's telling me that my face looks thinner and that, but I don't know. I'm not really noticing a difference in like anywhere else. So I want to do it. I know, Ocean. I do the app. It's called Macros First. I got Mr. Kazi into it. Protein is muscle sparing in weight loss. Preserving lean mass is vital. I I'm not like I listen, I'm not giving up the crunchies, right? So this macro app that I have, you can scan your food or put in your food. Mr. Kaz, he's addicted to it. He's putting everything in there because he's on a weight loss journey too now that he's like unable to be, like he's not active. So he wants to watch what he's eating. So we set him up with it, and it just tells me that I should be at 131 grams. So whatever, that's what I'm gonna do. But I don't know. I get disappointed, but then I'm like, I did lose weight. Like last night, I was running around, just doing all kinds of stuff. I have so much energy, I can do stuff. She just came off the bed, did she? She's. I haven't seen her since last week. She is on literally on laying on his belly. Every time I go in there, she's on top of him, looking at his face, like, "Are you okay?" So she's nursing the patient. My older story, I know. I should go back and look at them. Thanks, babes. I should go back and look at them, but I always say I'm gonna do something and then I stop doing it. Cause everyday life, you get like caught up. I swear I'm spun in a tornado every single morning. As soon as I walk in that office door, sh- spun around. Which one is it? All right, come on. Come on up. I'm not playing paper dolls with you. Let's go. Say happy Valentine's Day. Say happy Valentine's Day to everyone. She's hanging on like she's about to go into the car. Say hi, happy Valentine's Day. You'll eat your butter. So Tater, I got monk fruit. I was on the Wegovy. It works. It works. It just be prepared for the after effects. So you guys will be proud of me. When I go food shopping, I'll go down like the spice and baking aisle and I'll just put some things in, like spices I needed to up because like you can only do chicken so many times I have to put different spices on it. So I've been picking up different spices, but I've also been like I got monk fruit a while ago. So I'm going to start to like wean out the regular sugar and start with start incorporating more monk fruit. So I got that. I saw the stevia. Aren't they the same? Do you know, Tater? Is stevia and monk fruit the same? Um, then yesterday, yeah, I didn't friggin' know. I didn't know how friggin' expensive almond flour was. I said, what the frig? I said, I'm not going to buy the big bag because I got to test it first. I got to test the recipes that I've been looking at and let me use the little bag, the little almond flour. So I got a little bag of oat flour and a bag of almond flour. I didn't know they had keto flour too. I'm like, I don't know how that's going to work out. So I'm staying away from the keto flour. I'm just going to do the almond flour and all that because I've been making cottage cheese desserts, which have like the monk fruit, oats, cottage cheese, and blueberries. That was really good. It was like a blueberry bar. It was good. It was really good. You don't know anything about the monk fruit? Yeah, it's kind of like when it's over there with like the trivia and or trivia, whatever that's called, and the stevia, however that's pronounced. I just heard monk fruit and I was like, all right, the one recipe that I was going to make called for the monk fruit. So I grabbed it and then now I can't find that recipe. So I've just been using that for, like if you need something with sugar in it, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So that's good. But I have the cottage cheese. Like, I have to have something sweet. And if I'm doing cottage cheese and there's no flour in it and it's the oat, at least I'm getting fiber. And I feel like I'm having a dessert. Okay, Ocean. So I made the cottage cheese blueberry bars, and Mr. Kazi tried them and he said he liked it. So we'll get that. But I've just been like finding all zero carbs. I think that the monk fruit has zero carbs. I also found yesterday, because I want to make like a taco. I got the 93.7 ground beef. We usually try to get the like lean ground beef. I want to make tacos, but I want to put like refried beans in it because I want, the extra protein and stuff like that. Got the fat-free beans. I always get those. So I'm going to do that. And then I found just the little ones. They're like this big. They're zero carb wraps, like tortillas. What are we doing? What exactly are you doing? Any updates on plans for a couple questions? It's on pause. It's on pause. We didn't realize what we were getting ourselves into. So that's on pause for right now. Um but yeah, I don't Tater, are you able to do like he's type 1, so your carbs, like does he have carbs at all or is he zero carbs? Cuz how do you get around that? Like how do you get around the carbs? Like are there some I don't I need like I'm okay with eating like, vegetables and stuff like that, but like I just want a variety. He is relaxed. He's gonna relax. He's doing good with his carbs too. Like he's not eating too many and we're getting like the healthy fats in and stuff. I want to make this work. Damn it. By my birthday, I want to be, I want to be 30 more down by my birthday. That's what I want. That's what I want. I think that that's feasible. That's in 7 months. You're sitting over there, but you're not coming over and saying hello. That's nice. I want to see. Oh, so it focuses exactly on like meat and fat. Oh, see, I have to have yogurt, so I wouldn't be able to do it. As long as it has 9 carbs or less, he can have a little. He eats a lot of sweet potatoes and tons of other. Yeah, I know. There's like a low. There's Mr. Kazi likes sweet potatoes. I don't. I don't like the sweet potatoes. You were planning someone else's birthday in September. You got to start now. Yeah, September babies are important. Bradley, get on that. Are you going on another cruise? Are you going to Hawaii? What's going on with you? You got to tell us what's going on. I just looked it up and it said that so he focuses on meats, fish, eggs, fats and oils, dairy that are high fat, low carb, and condiments. Oh, that's right. I remember that. September. Yeah, I remember she's September. Um, Tater, are you able to drink the Fairlife? I don't know if I didn't check it. I just know it's protein. I'm like, oh, it's protein. Let me get it. Did you notice like everybody's on this protein kick? I'm like, damn. I told Mr. Kazi, I didn't realize that this surgery was going to be so expensive. We didn't have a copay to get damn surgery, but friggin' we're paying for it now because it's good. Like protein here, protein there. Got to get this protein. Protein bars. I always have a protein bar in case I start to get the shakes. Got to get something to eat. And that's low in sugar, so it's a good bar. I'm like, what the frick? Shit's expensive. The hell? But we have plenty of protein choices down there. Yogurt, cottage cheese, cheese sticks. I don't know if I could. I'm looking at this. Does this say no carbs? I'm looking at the keto. I know, Jarella, there is a lot of marketing. Well, I'm not gonna start lifting the like, yeah, I mean, I'll lift like a dumbbell or something like that, but I ain't gonna start lifting the weights. I'm just gonna use the machines for right now. We gotta ease into this thing, right? I'm not going in there and acting like, I'm some gym rat. I don't even know what the frick I'm doing. That's one of the things, like, you go into the gym and like going in by myself, like right now, to going in to do the weights, I'm feeling a little insecure or self-conscious, whatever, because I don't know what I mean. I remember doing it before, so I kind of know like the machines that I want to work. But I'm like, when I start like doing like the actual weights, like the dumbbells and all that stuff, I'm gonna feel insecure. Like everybody's gonna be looking at me like, what the hell's she doing? I don't use anything but heavy cream, high fat, and protein. Butter and eggs are my go-to for energy. Sardines are in style. No, sardines are in style. You're trying to like the sardines? He has salmon down there. He wants to have like he's not a big fish eater. So if he gets it once a week, he's happy. But lots of chicken, lots of beef. I went to go buy I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get myself a ribeye because he's not like really a big steak guy. I'm like, I'm gonna get myself a ribeye. That freaking thing was $34. I was like, you can kiss my ass. I'm not doing that. It's cheaper to go to a restaurant and get a whole meal. And then I could have some, I mean, I don't eat the whole thing. I can take some home for leftovers. I remember as a kid, my grandmother would always have sardines. She would get sardines in, I mean, obviously they come in the tin, but she had a plain one. She would have ones that were in mustard. She had ones that were like, she had like a different kind, like three or four different kinds. And I remember that I ate them, and then I think I thought too much about it, and I was thinking about what I was eating, and well, a cheesesteak you are. I was like, oh, I can't do that. I can't get past it. Tuna I'll eat. Steak price is crazy all across the nation. I know. You guys can have all the sardines. You can keep all the sardines. I rate all steaks. But I cook them medium, and I don't know. Anyway, we're not getting them because one was $34. Maybe I'll go to the store and I'll get us a steak today after here, and we'll have like a steak dinner for Valentine's Day. Speaking of which, look what this knucklehead does to me. 70-30 and doesn't trim my steak or bacon. Yeah, with you being keto, I know that you eat all the fat and stuff like that. I know that that's part of the keto thing. Um, you're having steak on your birthday. Yes, you have to have steak every once in a while. Treat yourself. No, not for ribeye. So anyway, let me tell you a story about these flowers. I wasn't expecting anything because we're in resting mode. We're in the resting mode. I'm at work and I'm at work and I get this text message from him, and it's this long text message, and I was by myself yesterday. Huh? I can't because I'm on my phone. So it just says, like the text message says, "Hey, I just got this weird call from ShopRite from the manager Clarence, and he said that he found an eyeglass case with a receipt in it that had our, customer number on there, the cards that you get to get the discounts. And he called me to tell me that, you know, it's at the desk." And he's like, "It's weird because I have glasses, so I don't know what that's all about. You have to go to because he knew I was going shopping last night. You have to go to the desk to get, like, to find out what this is all about." And I'm like, all right, I didn't even think about it, right? I was like, I didn't think about the glasses part. I was just like, all right, whatever. Okay, I'll go talk to the guy. I'm going to be in shop right anyway. I'll go talk to the guy. He's like, "And don't forget to get a lottery ticket because we usually get one lottery ticket a day." So I'm going through the store and I'm like, doing my thing. And then I was right there at the desk. So I go up and I said to the girl, I pull out my phone and I was like, all right, this is weird. And then so I start reading the text. I said, "Clarence, the manager, like, said that there's a glass case here with a receipt that was our number. Like, I guess I have to see if there are glasses or not." And then she's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know why our receipt would be in our eyeglass case." And then so there was two other girls there. And one had like the little headband with the things like, that move, and they had the hearts on them. And like the whole entire store is full of flowers, right? So I'm like, all right, it's Valentine's Day, whatever. And there's usually a couple of girls working behind the desk. Well, they're all sitting there peeking and looking at me, and I'm like, this is a really weird story. So I'm thinking, like, there's nothing wrong because I would be looking like, what are you talking about? Like, huh? So anyway, the girl's like, "All right, let me go find him." And I was like, "Oh, Diesel's got to eat the num nums." She goes, "Let me go find Clarence." And I'm like, "Okay." So I'm just sitting there not paying attention. I was like getting my stuff together, and I'd already bought the lottery tickets. So I was like putting them in my wallet, and just I had my head down and everything like that. And she comes over and she's got this whole big bouquet of flowers. And she's like, "Here, we found it." And I was like, I said, "He's such a jerk." And they were cracking up. The one girl, I was looking at her and she comes over and she's looking at my face. So I text him and I just put "jerk" in the text message because then he knew that I got the flowers. And so he just wrote back that he was laughing. And I'm like, he comes up with these wild friggin' stories that totally they get me every single time because they're so out of, like, who comes up with, "There's a receipt in the eyeglass case, the manager's calling to tell us that you lost it." And I'm sitting there thinking, like, how the hell does he come up with these freaking stories? But the one girl was so cute. She was like, oh, she's like, "I couldn't wait." She's like, when you walked up and started telling the story, she's like, "It is happening. It's happening." I thought, oh, she's so cute. I said, "You made her day." Not that he didn't make mine because they're absolutely beautiful. But I think he made her day like better than he made my day, right? It was so cute. It just goes to show that he affects like more people than just me. But I'm like, "Oh my god." And then so he's telling me the story of how he had to pull it all off, and I'm like, "Well, you should have just told me to buy my own flowers. I would have been okay considering like what's going on." But I thought that that was awesome. And he's like, first of all, let me tell you, I'm sorry for lying." I said, "That's okay." I said, "Sometimes we got to fib to keep secrets." But, I wasn't expecting to do anything this year because of what's going on. But he did. He made sure that I got the flowers. It's like, and then I'm thinking, like, you can have, like, you know, I was thinking, like, do we have glasses there? Like, because now like, it dawned on me that he did this, but I'm like, well, was it really like, is there something really at Lost and Found for us? I don't know. You get me every time. So now I have like all these bags of groceries. And I'm walking out with this bouquet because he had to put them in a vase. Now I have another vase, right? Not complaining. But I'm like walking with the flowers, and then I'm like, it was just the juggling act I had to do. I was like, oh my word. So there was like 2 trips to the car. He is the best. There were 2 trips from the house to the car. I'm like, oh geez, Louise. The cats are all running around. I'm like, you know what? I don't know how I'm holding this down, but it's only been a week, so here we are. We're still thriving. We're still watered and we're still fed. Ocean can have all your veggies. I know she doesn't eat the eggs or anything like that. I'll make my California veggie medley. Bradley, that's like cauliflower, broccoli, and carrots, right? Isn't that what that is? I don't really do vegetables that often. I mean, I bought fresh string beans, so we'll do fresh string beans. Mr. Alex, would you like me to go to the store and get us a steak? Yeah, that's what I thought. We can go to the store and get a steak. So I didn't. You guys, like, I have the car situation. Are you? Did I tell you guys what's going on with the Mini Cooper? Because it was 2 weeks I didn't have my car. Were we together? The Mini Cooper died at the snowstorm that we had a couple of weeks ago. When my husband's like, it's frozen. One for you too. Um, my hubby got me new bras. That's what I asked. That's amazing. Tater bras are the best gift. I know you got a lot of them babies around. I know you got a lot of plants. Ah, I'm not buying any new bras until I'm like, till I'm at the like halfway mark, because you can't just keep buying them. That's a non-scale victory. It's like I'm on the last. Ladies know what I'm talking about. When you put it on, I'm on the last row, so they're getting tighter. Eventually, I'm gonna have to get new ones. The Mini Cooper, okay? No. Well, it is now, kind of. So we took it to the shop. We had it towed to the shop. We had to get AAA involved and everything. Like it's just this whole big shit show. The battery they gave us in November was a bad battery. It was defective. So it wasn't keeping a charge. When I took it to my friend's shop, he's like, it's the battery. And I'm like, well, I paid $60 for the free battery. So Mr. Kazi's on the line. He's like, well, we're gonna like it's been less than 2 months. Well, December, yeah, it was 2 months old. So we had to have it towed again. So that was 2 tows, the battery, and then to get a new battery, and the guys doing it and working on it, and like, doing all the, what's it called? Diagnostics and all that stuff. It was like 300, like it was over $300. So Mr. Kazi's over there and he's like, I'm not letting this one go. We're getting refunded by AAA because they're the ones that caused this issue. Right. So, but the guys had it in the store for writing down Tater. What Tater say? Oh, he's writing something down. So my friend's like, the battery's fine. They got a new battery. They put the battery in. Thursday, when I took him to the doctor, after I jumped in an Uber. Now, check this story out. This is crazy because I got to take care of this guy today. So I go, I haven't used Uber in like years. Years. I think I used Uber because I was on a pub crawl one time, and that was only once. I had to re-download the app. I had to put all my information in there. So I put the information in, right? It says like it when I opened it up, I told them where I was. And then they said, okay, well, your driver's going to be here in like 7 minutes. I'm like, cool, I'll make another coffee and then I'll go out and I'll wait for the Uber. So I get in the Uber and he's like, okay. I said, all right, we're going to go, blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking it's like a cab and like, the old school days. So he's like, I have to push move. Can you push move? And I'm like, what do you mean push move? I said, this is all I have. And I'm showing him what I have. And he's like, okay. He's like, I can move. So he starts moving. And now my GPS and his GPS are in, we're together. So we're going together. They never asked me to put a destination in. So I kept trying to go back to the beginning and it wouldn't let me put a destination in. And I'm like, I don't, and I'm showing him, I'm like, I'm trying to do this. Like the whole ride, I was trying to figure this out. You can't call customer service. There's nobody to talk to. So if you get in an Uber and if there's an emergency, there is no person you can call. That's frightening. They can't call anybody. I said, you don't have a supervisor or a manager that you can actually talk to. You only have an automated, like, the chat guy. And he's like, no. I was like, that's frightening. So he's like, look, the most important thing is getting you to your destination. Hi, Mrs. Mad Dog. Happy Valentine's Day. So I'm like, no, I want you to get paid. Like that's important too. You're providing me a service. So the whole time it's telling me to go back, and so I do it again. It's ordering me another Uber. And because it's my GPS is on, it's putting me on like say, the highway I was on, it was given like 2908 pickup. And then I had to go back and do it again. So now I'm at 18 because we're driving and we're going lower, right? So then I got these drivers calling me and they're like, well, where are you? And I said, I canceled the ride. I'm literally in an Uber. I'm trying to put a destination in. Nobody knew what the hell nobody knew how to fix my problem. So this guy, I said, you're not, and I heard that you're not allowed to give them cash. So I was like, so I just rolled out, like, I thought that I was going to have the credit card fixed. So I rolled up a $10 bill and I like put it in the front. I said, I'm sorry, I dropped something, because I wanted to like, tip them, right? Thinking I would have the credit card situation fixed. So now I'm telling Mr. Kazi, look, here's the situation. This is what's happening with the credit card. This is what's going on. I actually called him and I told him what was going on. I was like, he's a very nice man. The driver was a very nice man. I said, he's a very nice man. I said, this is like, I said, this is our problem. Like, can you try to help me call because you're home? So we get to the shop. Now the guy wants to, now I have to get to work. And now the guy wants to have this full blown conversation. And I'm like, I said, how can can I have your license plate number so that when I contact Uber, like you get credit for this ride? So he thought it like he gave me his license. And in hindsight, that is a blessing. So he gives me his license. He said, take a picture of the license. So I was like, okay, I'll just take a picture of the license, right? In hindsight, it's a blessing, but I wanted his license plate so that I could put the car that I was in, right? So anyway, I do that because I'm like all squirrely. I gotta get the car, I gotta pay for the car, I gotta get the car, I gotta get to work. So now, in the meantime, I'm texting Mr. Kazi. I'm like, I'm here, blah, blah, blah. This is what's going on. I said, again, the previous conversation, can you help me with this? And I sent him a picture of his license. So he's like, now I'm done. We're done. Uber driver's done. We're good. I'm in the shop. I'm la, 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 la with the guys. I wasn't paying attention to my phone. I looked at my phone and my husband is saying, I'm calling 911. Why are you calling 911? So I'm like, so then I open the phone and he's like, where are you? Are you safe? Were you taking? And I'm like, oh my gosh. Yes. I gave you the picture of the license. Okay. Maybe I didn't say you were here, but you knew that I was in the car. Anyway, so he's calling 911. I'm like, please don't call 911. Ooh, he thought I was kidnapped. This whole big shit show. So then when I come home, I'm telling him the story of what happened again. Bless you. And then he's like, well, you know what we'll do? Because I took a picture of his license, I now have his address. So we went and got a money order, right? That's why I was at the counter too yesterday. We went and got a money order. So I got the money order and I'm going to mail him money for the ride because I can't contact Uber. I can't contact Uber. So he needs to get paid because I was provided a service that I did not pay for. I tipped him, but I did not pay for it. So we have to make that right. So he'll get a money order in the mail. It is crazy, Ocean. I was like, what the frick is happening to me? I'm like in a car, we like having Ubers. Like there was three guys. The one guy called me and was nasty. Then I had like some Elizabeth person picking me up. Then I'm like trying to figure out how I'm calling them. You know who you can call to complain? Uber Eats. Like if you don't get your food, you can call them and you like find out, but they don't have anything to do with the Ubers. I'm like, you have this is ridiculous that you can't contact a human being. So I don't recommend Uber. I do not recommend Uber. I recommend a regular taxi. This is April Fool's prank. I would call my kids and tell them I'm outside and I need help. Harry, come out here. Oh my gosh, Mrs. Mud Duck. New license open December 2025 and not a real ID, too. Well, Jeffrey! Happy Valentine's Day. Yeah, I was able to gift memberships and you got one. I was happy to see you. Safe travels. Listen, I'm not going to like fall down a rabbit hole that like everything's a scam. Like, not everybody is bad. So, this guy was really nice. Like, I was in the car with him. We were talking. We were trying to figure it out. He was very kind. And he must have said it 4 times. He said, the most important thing is that I get you to your destination. And I thought that that was really nice. That's all he kept saying. And I did tell him, I said, no, I have to make this right. And he's like, it's okay, it's okay. I said, "No, it's not. You're doing something for me and I need to pay that." And like I can't I said, "God's watching. We need to make this right. I'm not a liar." And so then he's like, "You seem like a really nice person. It's okay. Just getting you to where you got to go is the most important thing." And I'm like, "Yeah, it is important. I need to go get my car, but you need to get paid because you're doing your job." So we'll make sure he gets I got a money order for him. So he's not going to, like, Uber won't get anything. He'll get the whole, whatever. So that's what we did. I feel bad. That was like a really stressful situation. So then I get the car and I'm like, everything's okay, right? And he's like, yeah. So I'm like driving and I hear the whistling and I'm like, what the hell is that whistling? Is my window open? So I like closed it and it was all the way up. And I'm like, why is it still whistling? So I rolled it down and then I rolled it back up and it's sealed. And I'm like, all right, well, maybe it was just like some fluke. Well, now my window doesn't, when I close the door, it sticks out. So it's not like catching and sealing to close the window properly. So now I got to go freaking see my friend again. This Mini Cooper is getting on my nerves. God sent you a hero when Tater, I'm telling you. And that's why, like I know I drove Mr. Kazi crazy, but I you can tell when something's off and you can tell when something's when you're safe. And I was totally safe with that guy. I thought, you know what, this man is way too nice. He was very, very nice, very polite. Very polite. I don't want you to apologize. You were making sure I was protected. That's totally fine. I didn't realize that the shop wasn't calling either. Or maybe you told me that and my mind's just been squirrely. But yeah, we were doing business. We were paying bills and picking cars up. So it was just like this really random thing. I'm like, oh my word. So that was my Thursday morning. After all this, I'm like, all right, hey, look, there's always a story. There's always a story. Yeah, I really did feel like I was like, this man is really, really nice. He's really nice. They are really fun to drive, Stephanie. I got to work in no time. Let's just put it that way. But he was, and he like, when I told him, like, when I said, like, no, God's watching. We have to be nice to one another. He just was like, exactly. Yes, exactly. I agree. So, like, when you're with another believer, and, I mean, sometimes that doesn't always work out, but I felt safe with him. I felt safe. So, poor Mr. Kazi, he was like calling the cops for me. I don't. Could you imagine? The cops pull up at the shop. Thankfully, I know all the guys there, and they already know that, like, wild shit happens to me all the time. But I could just imagine the cops pulling up to the shop with the sirens on, and everybody just they would never work on my car again. I'd have to find another mechanic. So, bottom line is, AAA is paying for new car. Well, we actually are going to be new car shopping. Um, we're going to be Brad threw me off with that because we are. My friend calls me yesterday, and he's like, "Can you do me a favor? Can you look under your steering wheel and see if there's, like, my gadgets hanging out of, like, it should be under the thing." And I'm like, "What's the gadget look like? Because I have no idea what the hell's going on with cars." He left his diagnostic thing in there, like the I don't know, it looks like a little computer that, like, hooks into the car. So now I gotta go see him and drop that off. I'm like, this car. But they're actually bigger inside than people think. You don't need a shoehorn to get in and out of it. But Brad, what we're thinking of doing is, because my car is very, like, it's, oh, Mr. Kazi, my inspection is due at the end of this month. February is the last month. I have to get it inspected. So I probably have to do that on Thursday when I'm off. Um, so anyway, we're probably going to trade the Mini Cooper in. I'm going to take Mr. Kazi's car, even though it's the older of them, but we'll get a better trade-in value with the Cooper. He'll get a new car because he travels so far for work. And then the next new car will be me. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to have to wait until he's on he's up in vertical. Our Logan kitties, king of our jungle, sends nose bumps to head. Aw. Aw, did you hear that? You guys have Valentines. You guys have here she is. Welcome. Don't pick the chair. She's the little brat. What are you doing? You're acting a fool. She has been really taking care of him, though. I'll drive my FBI car until I can't go anymore. I like him. Well, that's the whole thing. Like, we're almost done the payments on his car, and then, like, we'll probably always have a car payment. But he travels so far every day, like, to and from work. Thankfully, he only has to go in 3 days a week, but it's over 100,000 miles. So it's time for him to have a more reliable vehicle. And I'm only like 14 miles from work. So it'll be fine. I won't have the Mini Cooper, and sometimes I get a little remorseful, and then I'm like other times I'm like, "I can't wait to get rid of this thing." And then I get remorseful, and then I can't wait to get rid of it. So it's just gonna be an ongoing thing with me, and I'm okay. I'll be okay with getting rid of it because it's the right thing to do. Have one that, like, at least not have 1 car payment, you know what I mean? Instead of having 2, let's just have 1. So, that'll help us, our sanity out a lot. Might lose us off grid and cloud cover not. Oh, Nico. Well, I hope that you're at least charged up. I will cry. I know, Jarella. I know. Brad, funny story is Mr. Kazi used to work for a car rental place, and we actually know that trick. They do have because they have to, like, replenish they can't keep too many old cars. The problem is that people that get rental cars, man, they ride them things to the wheels fall off. So we'll look at all of our options. He's definitely looking his age. A Dodge Dart, 18 years old. That's a good car. Listen, you guys have good cars. Listen, don't get me wrong. I love my Mini Cooper. I love the Mini. I think my heart is. I don't know why I was emotionally attached to. I don't know. I liked all the cars I had, but the Smurf. That one, when I had to trade that in, that was a decision that I wasn't really wanting to make that fast, but I understand why we made the decision. I was hoping for a little bit more time with her. But yeah, the light blue Mini Cooper. That one I was like, it's a Smurf. It's the only car I ever named too. But here we are. Here we are. Now I got this one. Friggin' battery. I don't understand why the battery was giving me all that trouble for that long. Like, what the hell? It was defective, so. But AAA is replenishing all of our money that we had to put out. That's good. And they're giving us credit for the 2 tows. So we'll have, like, for the rest of the year, if anything happens, we don't have to worry about tow because you get 2 tows per year. You're going shopping in April? My daughter replacement for the one that got wrecked. Oh, what are you getting? When a Subaru pays off in 2 years, I'll get something else because mine's really aging. Yeah, isn't it? I don't know. I mean, I had my first car. I didn't have a car payment because it was a gift from my grandparents, so I didn't have to pay for a car. But then I got um no, that wasn't my first car. That was my second car. When I got my Mini Cooper, when I had to get the payment for that, it was only $199 a month because it was a used car, and I traded my car in and then, like, put $500 down, and it brought it down to $199. I mean, can you imagine a car payment for $199? Stephanie, I think everybody names their cars. An Eagle Summit wagon. I absolutely love that car. It was like a Jeep. A wagon? Oh, I know what you're talking about. I was thinking like the wagons, like the station wagons. But now I know what you're talking about. You've always been Chevrolet. Oh, when it's my turn to get a car, I'm gonna go back to the Mini and see what they're looking like, or I'm gonna get a Jeep. It's been paid off for 14. God bless you. God bless you for having a car for 14 years without a car payment. I don't know. I think that's what I want. I think I want like a Jeep or something like that. I'm gonna get an SUV. We have a guy out there in the parking lot. He's got a Kia. It's an SUV. I don't know what the color is. I mean I don't know what the actual style is. I don't know that because I don't know cars. But I think he must have gotten it wrapped because it's matte black. That friggin' thing is sharp. That car is sharp. I want to know who's driving it and ask him 100 questions. That's what I want to know. Jeep like Brad. I could barely drive the Mini Cooper. You want me to be four by four and on the friggin' on the beach? Hell no. Are we allowed to drive on the beaches around here? I don't think so. A Nissan Rogue. Those are cute. A Kia Sorento. Is that? I don't know. Mr. Kasi might know what it is, but also I just see colors. I just see the look of it and then the color. But I love the matte black. It is absolutely beautiful. It's really nice, like a matte black, like a matte color instead of it being shiny. It stands out. It's unique, and I like it. But I'm not going four by four. There's no way I'm going to go four by four. No. I know cars are wild. They're so expensive now. They're like almost more than half my mortgage. A Buick Encore. I had a Buick LeSabre. One car we got, I don't know if it was in the shop when we got a rental. We had a Lincoln Navigator. That freaking car, that was bigger than his SUV now. And I was like, pull over. I want to try and drive this because I don't know how to drive big cars. I barely drive the little car. So he pulled over and I got in. And I said, I really like this car. I said, you need to find out how much this is. Like we should look into getting this. He came home and he was like, well, it's like 800 and some dollars. I was like, okay, well, we'll just take it back when the car's done. 150,000 miles on it. 83 LeSabre. I think mine was a 99. Yeah, I think mine was a 99. That thing was huge and it was like freaking a tank. And the funny thing is that it was a long car. And when you go to Philly, you got parallel park. I only know how to parallel park on the right side. Like if it was on if it was on the driver's side where I had to park, I would just find another spot. For some reason, I just can't park that way. I can only do it on the right side. I would whip that baby in. There would be no problems whatsoever. And when I got the G6, I was like, I don't know how to freaking park this car. I have no idea how to park the car. So if you got a parallel, if I have to parallel park, don't invite me because I'm just not going. You want a Lamborghini? You can get to the big city in 20 minutes. Do you really want a Lamborghini? Hi, Shar. Happy Caturday. Happy Valentine's Day. Ocean, are you like whizzing around in those sports cars? I think my next one will be an SUV. I'll do an SUV. I don't know. I go back and forth. Don't buy any extra weird warranties or extra stuff in sales office. Just walk away 3 times and they will drive the price down. Mr. Kazi handles all that stuff. He knows what I don't know. I'm just like, all right, whatever. He goes and does all the business, and then when I got to sign the paperwork, he comes and gets me and we sign the paperwork. I'm like, okay, whatever. We do get the gap insurance though. We definitely get the gap insurance. Because I mean, like that's just like just in case. I mean, for crying out loud, we live in Jersey and we drive highways and like in Philly and stuff like that. We have to have the gap insurance. God forbid anything happens, you know what I mean? And all the cars I think came with the warranty because we bought new cars. Not to be like pompous or like, like hoity toity, but the cars we were blessed to get were all new, so they had the 100,000 mile warranty or 5 year one. Is it babe? Is it 100,000 miles or 5 years, whichever comes first? Because I'm at the 5 year mark. We're done. This year, we're done. We're done with the mini. You miss being here. I wasn't here last week because Mr. Kazi had his surgery, and I was like, a helicopter wife, making sure everything was okay, and trying to like, rest myself. Recovering sales manager for used car Ford. Yeah. Yeah, you did have a good stint in the car world. California vegan said she wants a Lambo. Could you imagine 17 years to hit 100K? Jarella, I'm 5 years and I'm at 30. But in the beginning is when I was doing all that traveling. So that probably put on 5,000 miles. So, I mean, I don't really travel that much. And then on the weekends, we use his car. 5 years, 50K, I believe, 100K on base. Well, we're not gonna. I don't think 2026 is going to be an entire year with the Mini Cooper, but I do have to get it. I do have to get the inspection. It's definitely up this month, and I only know that because I was traveling. I may or may not have been doing a little bit above the speed line, and there was a cop there who was on the road, not chasing me. And I looked at the thing. I was like, "Oh shit! I better calm down because I'm almost out of inspection." I didn't get in trouble. I was only doing 5 miles over the speed limit. Yeah. Well, to be fair, we went to Florida 3 times and back, and you travel long distances for work. You're on site 3 days too? Don't you love that? Like, when you don't have that far to go? I don't have that far to go. It's just the route that I have to take gets on my nerves. Last night, I was trying to get to the shop right, and I was sitting there in standstill traffic. I'm like, "What the frig is going on?" I was by myself yesterday, so I didn't get a lunch, so I was sitting there, and my lunch was in my car, and I didn't get to have my lunch. So I sat there, I was like in standstill traffic. I'm like, all right, let me eat my lunch. I had one of those. Do you guys have Jersey Mike's? Twice a year, I'm like, I want an Italian hoagie. I don't know why, because I don't like ham and all that stuff, but every once in a while I'm like, I want a freaking Italian hoagie. So I told him, I said, I want an Italian hoagie. They have bowls. Bowls. So you don't have to worry about uh like the bread or the wrap or anything like that. I got myself a bowl. I had it for dinner and then I had the rest for lunch. I said this was like, and it was $10. The bowl was like, say 11 with tax, and it was 2 meals. So I'm like, that's like 5.50 a meal. I could literally afford to eat out. I mean, I don't want to, and I'm not going to eat I just felt like having an Italian sub. Where in hell am I today? I almost forgot. Where are you, Brad? Where you at, Brad? Brad, you'll be happy to know that me and the girls are coming to. We're trying to figure out a time to get together. Me and the cousins. Bless you. We're thinking about like probably March because my cousin's turning 50 and she's going to Italy for a week and a half. So probably when she gets back, we'll be having girls' night. Not down the shore. Not down the shore. Oh, it's him making noises. I was like, what the heck is going on? So anyway, yeah. S- Her husband, she said to her husband, instead of a party, she wants a trip. And I said, well, that's a great idea. Instead of spending all the money on a party just to go make memories in a different, in a they're always traveling, but she chose Italy. So, really, Italy's a popular destination. I keep thinking the cats are making noise and it's you. Montgomery, New York, straight north of you, Kimmy. Montgomery, New York? So you're in like north, you're like up there, up there. Let's see. Google's not right. You guys, what's going on with this Nancy person? I heard that they were oh, that's rural. Rural. Oh yeah, you're 2.5 hours away. Almost Albany. Okay. What is going on with this Nancy character? The mom that's missing. I saw that they were like they found something like not too far from the house. That's all that I know. That they were checking a house that wasn't too far from where she was last seen. You have no clue about this Nancy person? It's the reporter's mom that's missing. 84-year-old mom who's being held for ransom. I don't know what's going on with that. I haven't been keeping up. I've just been watching William and Kate and what they've been doing. Like he's over there in Saudi Arabia and she's doing her appearances. I'm not following. Well, I mean, I'm listening, but I really don't have time to you guys, seriously, this position, I like literally do not have time to do anything. And then I'm so exhausted when I come home. I'm just like, what? SWAT raided a home last night. That's what I thought. And it wasn't too far from where her house is, right? They're closing in. I feel bad. I don't think she's going to be found alive. 3 people were detained. Nancy Guthrie, right? I didn't I don't know cuz she's like she needs medication because she's got her she's like she's got her head together, but she's just physically she needs medication to for her heart or something, I believe. So they're worried about her. This is crazy. 20 minutes behind. Oh, ladies probably hearing the flower story. He's a good man. He comes up with them. He pulls pranks on me all the time. So do I, Shar. You're waiting on the news conference. When is it? When's the news conference? Is it soon? There's all kinds of stupid shit going on. And it's not stupid, it's serious. But Nate Eaton had a live last night. They contained 3 people. I haven't heard anything new today yet. I heard that they were at a house, but I didn't hear that they took 3 people in. That was all I got. That was all I got. I don't think she's I heard something like, correct me if I'm wrong, because again, I'm just hearing bits and pieces. Because in the morning, the only thing I listen to in the morning on the ride into work is my pastor, because he's on the radio. So I listen to him, and then I get out of the car and I deal with a whole bunch of craziness. And then when I get back in the car, I just need complete silence. That's my morning and afternoon routine. But I heard something about Bitcoin. I'm at the part where Mr. Kazi is about to call 911. Oh, all right. Video mask is very creepy. Yeah, I saw that. I think the family's involved too. Like a lot of people are saying the son-in-law, like because they're the ones that saw her last. Like, what the frick? Why would can you imagine? Like, like my brother taking my mom because like I had money and he wanted like oh, I should rethink that because my brother, if you only knew. I'm usually listening to girl world shit when I'm on my way home. I can't listen to anything on the way home. I have to sit in silence. I have to process my day. I have to decompress, and it still doesn't work. So to listen to like drama and stuff like that, sometimes I'll like, I'll peek in if somebody's like dropped like a 10-minute video, like just like a clip channel or something like that. But I'm like, I just, you know what I'm like, and I don't know why I'm interested in this one because she always got on my nerves. And I knew right from the very, very beginning of her stepping into girl world, Rosie, I knew that she was a fake, phony, and fraud from the very, very beginning. So I just never watched her. But I should have been like following her this whole time because now she is. So I'll listen to like clips of that. Now I want to know, is she going to come up on Valentine's Day? Like, because she went away with with her boyfriend who flew her. I could never imagine. Like, you're telling everybody, hi, Ron. Two different Bitcoin or two different email chains about the ransom. Okay, I thought I heard Bitcoin. I know, Ocean, but I mean, sometimes I can't look away. But you're talking about that you're in, that you're like afraid to leave the house. Like, she's afraid to leave the house due to the ICE situation that's going on in the country. Um, she just made it all about herself because that's like a serious situation that's going on. And like, why are you like, you of all people are not like, I don't think you have anything to worry about, Rosie, when it comes to that. I don't think they're gonna like, you're okay. You're okay. Take a walk around the block. But then now she's gonna hop on a freaking plane to go meet some dude she's never seen before. And you're going to him. You're actually taking a plane to go meet a stranger, but you're afraid to leave your house and you have all kinds of issues. Let's just hope she washed her hair. Yes. Aren't you exhausted? Does make it funny. She does make it funny. That I will admit. I know she's safe. She's just, I keep my eyes on extended family. Like, desperate members are dangerous when broke. Yeah, Brad. Yeah. But to go to that extreme, and this person's a news anchor, so it's going to make news. It's you're gonna get caught. Like, normally people get caught. But, like, you're dealing with somebody who actually delivers news and has all kinds of access to, like, getting the word out. That's stupid. Criminals are dumb sometimes. Lady, are you up to speed with us? Mhm. That's what I say all the time. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I must admit, I do live under a rock. It helps not knowing much what's going on in the world would seem crazy. It is. It is. And here there's just all kinds of things that are being like in the US. There's like a lot of stuff that I just don't even want to talk about it. I have opinions, but my opinions are like common sense. And people that have common sense, like some people that don't have common sense, they just want to fight with you. And I'm just like, I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to argue. It's just plain common sense and just like, following the rules. You know what I mean? Like, it just, that's it. I just don't feel like arguing with people. I live in a pink, fluffy clouds and unicorns and just say, oh, Shar, we want to come visit. Can we go visit? Can we come visit? Oh shit, when Edna was here, I wanted to ask her a question. I haven't seen she hasn't been streaming, and I want to see if she was going to be streaming soon. Sure, you're across the pond. I'd come across the pond. I gotta go over there on the TikToks and check out Olivia. I'm sure she's got like 100 videos that I haven't watched yet. And I gotta go over there. I forget that I have TikTok. I live there too. Uh well, aging backwards is Trey, hi. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. I didn't see the girls. Usually the girls hop in. I haven't been talking to anybody this week and I'm just like, "Oh my gosh. I got to catch up with everyone today." I have 3 unicorns on my bed. Hey, why did nobody tell the unicorns? Why did nobody tell me what unicorns mean on a cruise ship? Very awkward. What do they mean? I didn't even know they meant anything. Brett, I'm as naive can get. What are you talking about? What do unicorns mean? What does that mean? I need to know now. Is it something promiscuous? Look, even Ron doesn't know. For crying out loud, I just found out what a friggin' upside down pineapple meant. And I was like, well, now I never want to buy a pineapple in the grocery store. Same Ocean. Because I don't really go on the tickers. I don't, I have it hidden. And I forget. Kinky stuff kit. A unicorn means you join couples. Pink flamingo, pineapple. So wait, the pineapple, a pink flamingo, and unicorn all mean that you join in? All of those mean that? What happened to just conversation? Why do we have to have symbols? Because there are sometimes I want to buy a pineapple and I don't want people thinking anything other than I want a piece of fruit. And pink flamingos are cute. Unicorn is a single person down with a couple. What? Listen, when I went out to the girls' night, right, when down in AC, people were coming in with the glow necklaces. Like, when you were a kid, you got like the glow necklace. I was like, I want to get necklaces. So I went right out there and I told the girl, I was like, I need five because it was like me and my cousins, right? Was it five? Six? I don't know, whatever it was. And she's like, okay, what colors do you want? And I was like, well, I like the green one. And like, I got like three green and two red and a yellow. And they're like, do you know what these mean? And I said, no. What do they mean? Apparently, the green one meant that you were single and that you were ready to mingle. And I'm like, I no, it's just I like the color. I said, man, it's like me as I am single and I'm joining a couple for fun times. No more cruises for you, Brad. You worded it wrong. Ocean, I'm there. I'm there with you. Tater nose. Yeah. People get the flu. Well, apparently they do threesomes too, and that's probably why they get the flu because they're over there swinging. Not that there's anything wrong, man. Do what you want to do. You're an adult, rubber up, be cautious, have fun. But why do we have to have symbols? Because I've been walking around with a friggin' like if I saw it, like I have a shirt that has flamingos on it. It's like a little tank top. It's like it's a nice one. It's like a nice, cotton one. I don't know how to explain it. Linen. It's like more like a linen. And it's got little flamingos on it. Because I thought, well, I'm going to be going down to Florida and that would be cute, like under like a nice cool jacket, like light jacket. Now I'm going to be down there and people are going to think that I like want to swing. What the frig? That's not right. You can't be getting naive people to be buying these symbols. Only ever been on a cruise once. and it was amazing. Would love to go again. Rad! Run! Uh, but Rad, it had to have been terrible. I lived in Florida, and then people are all over. It was strange. We had to move. Aren't there like nude beaches in Florida too? Isn't there like one nude beach that's in Florida? Because I think someone that was like somebody we went to high school with, he like became a nudist and he had to move to Florida because there was like a nudist community down there, and that was like the only one that like I guess he found. I don't know. I didn't look into it because I'm not a nudist. I mean, it's weird. Yeah, some people get seasick. I would never go on a cruise. Like I don't have a desire to go on a cruise, even though I love boats, but I like fishing. And they're just too big. There's too much to do. It's overwhelming to me. I'd feel like anxious that I had to get everything in on vacation when I should just be like, concentrating on relaxing. You know what I mean? Like I don't think I would be down with a cruise on the west coast. On the west. Okay. So like like where Tampa and like Newport Richie is. My aunt used to live at Newport Richie. Ocean, that's what I'm saying. Like listen, I'm in and out. Like get me clothes, please. Put clothing on. Tater, don't they have colored loofahs on their cars for something like that in Florida? Which color tells you what they're down for? What? It can get a little hectic on a cruise. There's so much to yeah, 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 yeah. I feel like there is. Ocean's not going to San Diego? Brad's picking up all the hitchhikers from Caturday. Why do we have symbols for this? I mean, I guess we can like I guess I understand like there's like, a little, like we have, like the fish for Christians, right? And then or the cross. And then they have like the rainbow for, the LGBTQ. Um but like pineapples, flamingos and unicorns. Come on. Little girls love unicorns. And then, like, Florida, they all have flamingos out on their lawn. So you tell me everybody that's got flamingo out on their lawn is like, inviting somebody in? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I remember my cousin's husband had like, they had shorts, like board shorts, and they had, like pineapples on them. And I'm like, we can't just have normal like prints. I don't know. Look, whatever. Do what you do. It's your bedroom, not mine. I don't care. It's not my walk. California vacation this year. I have a list of beaches I want to visit and friends too. That's awesome. When is your next vacation? Why a pineapple? Exactly. Why? Maybe I don't know because it's like not common like grapes and cherries. Ugh. In Jamaica, they were topless. Well, yeah, yeah. I mean, I know we think it's like bizarre, but over there, like in other countries, they just like walk freely. We're just like, you know, prudes. April 3rd, Florida Keys. Ocean, we don't understand the pineapple. I don't understand the pineapple. I don't get it. Like imagine just like I'm going through the produce thing and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna grab a pineapple. I'm gonna cut a fresh pineapple open and people are looking at me. Now I'm never gonna buy a pineapple again. I'm just gonna buy them cut up. Does that count? Not the official national animal of Scotland, the unicorn. Is that right? Did you guys see the Super Bowl? Okay, so who watched the Super Bowl? I did not tune in. We did not watch the Super Bowl at all. We were just we were resting and recuperating. We didn't watch it, but I did see the Budweiser commercial come back because I have a connection to Budweiser. But anyway, and I have a connection to Clydesdales. So the cool story is that my great great grandparents came from Poland and they took uh their what they did over there, my family over there did, or I don't know if they still do. They cared for Clydesdales. So horses have always been in my life. Like I've always like like knew about Clydesdales and stuff like that. So um I knew that the Budweisers were coming back. My brother's like, "Did you see the commercial yet?" I said, "No, because they get on my nerves. They make me cry." The Budweiser commercial and the Budweiser Super Bowl commercial always makes me cry. Freaking always makes me cry. So I went and I watched it. Sure. You haven't watched the NFL when they started to need. Yeah, they don't do that anymore. They're bringing unicorns for little kids. So okay. So I watched it. And it was really cute. It was really cute. So it was a little baby pony, the Clydesdale, and like was running around, and he ran into a tree, and a little baby bird fell out of the nest, and the baby bird didn't know how to fly. So then it started raining, and the bird was getting soaked, and I'm like, all right, here we go. It's hitting me right in my chest. So then the next thing you know, the horse comes running over and it stands over the baby bird so the baby bird didn't get rained on anymore. Now it looks like, it gets a little bit older. And now the bird and the horse are like, BFFs. So then it's like galloping and the bird is on the back of the horse. So then as it gets older, the commercial it progresses. The horse is like galloping and it's getting ready to jump over the log. And as it jumps, as it like, as the horse jumps up, the eagle wings open up and then the eagle takes off. So now I'm like, all right, they get me on, they get me every single time. Every freaking single time they get me. But then I look further into it and it was Lincoln, the Philadelphia Eagle, that because we have a real eagle that circles the stadium during live games. Well, in the beginning when they sing the national anthem, they let him go and he circles around the stadium and then he like goes to his handler at the bottom of the on the field and his name's Lincoln. It was Lincoln. So Lincoln's in the commercial with the Budweisers. Oh my god. What the heck? What's he asking for, Brad? Brad, thank you. Mr. Kazi gets a cheesesteak. Best meds ever. Oh, thanks, Brad. Been trying to. So you watched the halftime, didn't understand a word. Yeah, they should have had subtitles. Hold on. It was amazing to see someone from here in it. And the parade is tomorrow, and he won a ring, so we'll go downtown tomorrow. Wait, what was in it? Oh. The Super Bowl. Who? Oh, one of the players is from where you are? That's awesome. I know. M Flo, she's a big Seahawks fan, so we were rooting for the Sea I would have rooted I would have went with the Seahawks anyway because for some reason, I don't know, I just like their colors, whatever. And the Patriots just get on my nerves. They were always in it, and then, and we won against them, so we were like, "Whatever." But I'm glad the Seahawks won. That was nice to see that the Seahawks won. It just looked like it was a boring game because the score wasn't high, so we didn't watch it. So I didn't know anything, like, I didn't watch the halftime, I didn't watch the game, and I watched the commercial on YouTube. So that's all I know about the commercial. I wasn't watching the game. We were just hanging with one another in between the med cycles. He'll get a cheesesteak. He had a cheesesteak last night when I got my Jersey Mike's. I got him a cheesesteak bowl. He said it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. I don't pay attention to that stuff. I didn't even know who won. Till you just said the Seahawks. I mean, we watch football. I know the teams. I just don't know the players on the teams, and I really don't care about anybody other than the Eagles. Like, who's playing? What are we doing? Okay, all right, here we go. You know, let's get this done. It was 2 nights ago? Oh, you know why I'm saying last night? Because I finished mine last night. Sorry. Yeah, Lady Autumn, I was saying earlier that you can get bowls now. You don't have to get a wrapper or they just put your Sammy right in a bowl. And they're kind of like, I don't know, like, because I went to Subway like maybe 25 years ago when I worked at Q102, when I was in my radio days in the 90s. Was the last time I was in a Subway. And I wasn't in a Subway, it was catered. And I really wasn't a big fan. But you see the commercials. So Jersey Mike's, they actually they don't have as many options for toppings. They have just like your lettuce, tomato, onion, pepper, pickles, and then all the other stuff. But like you could tell them like give me extra lettuce, extra this, extra that. So it was kind of cool to watch. I was like, okay, can I just have my Italian and my cheesesteak bowl and let me get out of here, please? But I thought that that was pretty reasonable, like $11 for that. So I get 2 meals. So I'm cutting everything in half. Anything I buy, I cut. How many meals am I getting? So I thought that that was reasonable. I've been to the original in Jersey. That's what I did when I went to New Jersey. I don't know where the original one is, but I mean, we're here, so that's why Subway is. Bleh. You had a great chicken Philly sandwich at Jersey Mike's once. Is that it? Yeah, yeah. It's been for quite a while. You can get a chicken cheesesteak. We remember when everybody was doing the chicken thing, when everybody jumped on the chicken. Oh, you got to do chicken, less meat, less red meat. So it's been for years and years. But you can get a chicken cheesesteak, and you can get they just chop it like they would uh, a regular cheesesteak. But yeah, there's chickens. Every once in a while, we'll get one. I'm not that big of a fan of a chicken cheesesteak. I don't know. It's just not. It doesn't hit. It doesn't hit the right way. It don't hit the same. Thank you, Alex. I don't know where the original Jersey Mike's is. I've been to 3 locations. One down the shore, one near where I work, and one where we live. Jersey Giant, Michigan is really good. Subs the size of your arm for $20. Old and wilted. Yuck. Jersey Giant in Michigan is really good substitute. Well, that's how, I mean, listen, when you go to the like a sandwich shop, you're getting something that's going to knock your jaws out of place. We had this one place over there. I think they sold it, but the owners kept it, the same concept. How much were they, babe, those sandwiches? They were like probably 15, $18, but you damn near got 4 sandwiches out of it. It was hard to eat. It's like, how do you approach the sandwich? Kind of huge. But I don't know what you're talking about, the thin slice of meat and half thin slice of cheese. What was the question? Stephanie's excited that baseball back. I don't, Shar, have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your Valentines. Yeah, $15. It was something like, it's probably 20 now, but it was worth it. Like, you got like a freaking over a pound of meat and cheese on there. I'm looking for, oh, Point Pleasant. Oh, okay, that's not too far from us. The original Jersey Mike's. That's not too far. That's the Jersey Destiny. That's like a Canine. Happy Valentine's Day. My wife had us on keto for years. Gave up Pepsi, bread, mashed potatoes. We ate old up deli meat and cheese with a pickle for snacks. It was on Trenton Ave in Point Pleasant. Yeah, I just looked it up. Point Pleasant isn't too far from where we are. I guess. Could you imagine they're all over now? I mean, they're not bad. It wasn't bad. I'm not going to say it's bad. The poor kid, though. I was watching him put my wrap together. I said, "Is that one for Kim?" And he said, "Yeah." I said, "I asked you to give me American cheese, and I don't like provolone. I can't eat provolone. I can't eat Cooper Sharp. I don't want any of those. None of those. I specifically told you 3 times I want American cheese." He's like, "I'm so sorry. I forgot." I said, "It's okay. Before it goes in the bowl, can you please just change it out?" And then I wasn't mean or anything, but he just looked like he was a nervous Nelly. I was like, "Oh man, poor kid." I'm not yelling at you. Just, I'm paying for it. I want to pay for what I asked for. I don't know, lady. You're back and forth, back and forth. Now listen, the vitamin C pickles is something that is going to be in our household for forever. Now, Mr. Kazi was sick one day, or like he was like really feeling under the weather. And I said, "All right, what?" He said, he's like, "I'm just going to lay down." I said, "That's fine. What do you want?" So he tells me what he wants for his lunch. So, he puts in his order. I want blah, 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 blah. He's like, and he said, "Because there's vitamin C in them, can I have some pickles?" I laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed. Because it wasn't the fact, it was just that he was thinking about vitamins in his food, and he said that the vitamin C was in pickles, and I was just like, Okay." Not that I didn't believe him, I just never, like, really checked the nutritional value of a pickle before. I know that they're a cucumber, but so every time I get, like, I went downstairs, and every pickle I pulled out of that jar, I just laughed really hard. I really did giggle about that. It was really funny. So when I come up, he was like, "See, I Googled it. It is vitamin C." I said, "I didn't say that I didn't believe you. I just wouldn't have thought that, like, hey, to get some extra vitamin C, I'm going to have some pickles." So now it's an ongoing joke that I'll tell him I'll give him some vitamin C pickles. Munster or Baby Swiss. Lady on, I swear. You should hear some of the things he does. It's comical. I don't understand how his mind works, but I love him. I love him to death. So, yeah, it was the vitamin C. So, last night, I'm like, just put I pick up things, like, now I'm at the point where I'm like, "Okay, well, Let me try this. And I'm just like, we're stuck, so I'm just like, picking up. I mean, I'm in my spice era right now. So I was like, and bacon was on sale for 2.99 a pound. And I said, well, I'm getting that. I know I have it at home, but I'm getting some because that's a great price, 2.99 for a pound of bacon. So I'm in the bacon, like in the refrigerated aisle near where the bacon is. And I'm looking at the pickles and I'm like, "We probably should get some pickles." And like it's the Clausens. And they were like, the dills or the sandwich ones. And I was like, they're 5.69 or something like that for like, a regular jar of pickles. I'm like, "Oh, my." And then I looked at the top and they had like a double size the container for 6.39. And I was like, well, why wouldn't I get almost more double the pickle for like 80 cents more? Who's making these decisions? Because like yeah, it takes up a little bit more room, but it's in this economy. So I got the bigger jar of pickles. So I tell Mr. Kazi, I was like, I got a treat for you. You got me flowers and I got you vitamin C pickles. Oh, you're welcome, Rendell. Welcome in. Happy Valentine's Day. So he has plenty of vitamin C pickles. We got the good ones too, the Clausens. Thank you, everybody, for joining me on Valentine's Day. Y'all know that this is like my favorite goofy holiday. It's my favorite goofy holiday. I gave my girl that works on Saturdays, I got her a gift. I just got her a gift. I bought everybody donuts yesterday. I went to the bakery near my work. I got like a pound of heart-shaped sugar cookies and 6 donuts. It was $35. Why is everything going up? Like, that was ridiculous. I damn near died because the bakery around the corner where Mr. Hakazi goes for me is $16 a dozen. I was like, and I think that that's a great deal because freaking, they're almost $20 at Dunkin' Donuts and they're shit. So anyway, I was like, whatever. I'm gonna, I only got 6 donuts because there was only like 4 of us working. So I took the donuts in and the cookies. I couldn't believe it was $35 though. But I didn't buy everybody something like I did last year with all the girls because we never know who's going to show up. Anyway, so the girl that does my Saturdays for me, I said, I'm going to get her something. So I got her a bag and I went and I picked up like some facials, like the hyaluronic sheets and some eye patches. I got her a scrunchie for wet hair. I think I got her like a foot facial, like you put like little booties on. Got her, a lip mask, like just things like that, and some candies and everything like that. So I made sure, like and then I told her last night at 9 o'clock because I saw her yesterday, but I didn't want to tell her. I wanted to surprise her today. I told her last night. I was like, "Be in the office behind the desk. Is the bag in there for you?" So she got herself something today. I'm watching a Bon Jovi documentary. Probably not the best thing to watch today. Why? What's wrong with Bon Jovi today? Is because it's Valentine's Day? I don't understand what's going on with the Bon Jovi. Yeah. See what Brad said. What Brad said. Oh, that was a good one. Canine Charlie, how far are you into the Bon Jovi doc? Are you halfway there? Oh, it's a bit depressing. Why? He's still with his wife. I know, Andre, but she works Saturdays. So she works Friday nights and Saturdays for me. So, like, she deserves a little acknowledgement. And besides, I think girls should be buying girl stuff. You know what I mean? I think that, like, women should uplift other women. I mean, we can bitch about other women too, but we can also uplift one another. I need to see what time the US men's hockey game is. Mr. Kazi probably knows because that's what he's been watching. He got excited he was able to tune into the hockey game. Because the Flyers aren't on. Hockey's not playing because of the Olympics. So he was able to watch the hockey game. Yeah. Saturdays are the worst, Andre. Saturdays are the worst. I had that job. I just don't. I can't like I was on medical leave and I they did me wrong, my last employer. They did me wrong by hiring somebody in place of me on medical leave. I like that job was cake. Like the patients were awesome. They showed up. There was like no we had off Fridays and the weekends. I didn't get 40 hours a week and I need 40 hours a week, but I didn't get it, but it was nice having the Friday off. So I could have done something about it, but then they showed their true colors. Like if you would do that to me then, what would you do to me? Like I would have had to take off for him for his surgery. Like would you have held that over my head and then so I'm where I'm supposed to be, but I did like having Fridays and Saturdays off. Did you know you had to have I think I heard that. You donated plasma to take Asia on our first date. That's how broke we were back in the day, living on a prayer. Oh, Brad. I had an interview that said I would work 2 Sundays a month. No. My boss jokes around and he's like, we're going to be opening Sunday soon. I said, I don't, I said, do whatever you want. I will never work. I don't want to be contacted during Sunday because he's going to open up when he wants. Because we have our we have a crowd that would do a Sunday appointment, but you cannot contact me. I don't want to hear any plumbing issues, any equipment issues, any call outs. I am not working. I am I am not available on Sunday. That's my day of rest. Like literally. That's a Christian thing. And I made that quite clear. I'm not in charge of it, and I'm if someone calls out, I am not coming in. It's that's a hard no. USA is bringing home a medal. Oh, for 250th anniversary. That would be great. That would be. I keep forgetting that we're 250 years old. Isn't that wild? Like the government, like America was established 250 years ago. You would think that it would be like, you know, I don't know. I guess because we're reading the Bible and I just think back to all those years ago, like from the beginning, and I'm thinking thousands and thousands of years. But we're like little. We're youngins. Mm. Sundays are a no go. They're absolutely positively no. I don't care if I'm doing absolutely nothing but going to church and going to breakfast with my husband. It's an absolute, and you can't interrupt my Sunday. It's a hard no. And I think he thinks I'm kidding, but I'm not. You feel like you're 250 years. Ocean, so he's in the spare room because he doesn't want to like interrupt me. And it like I'm glad that he thought that way because when he gets up out of bed and he's using the walker, he's kind of like it's not pushing the walker and walking, like he's actually hopping and he's it not that I care because I can hear when he's in the middle of the night. I kind of wake up and I listen for it. But I feel better that he's in the other room. He can relax and whatever. Anyway, so it's a small room and we have a folding chair for me to sit on, but I don't like it. It's not comfortable. So I'm just more comfortable sitting on the floor sometimes. Like, I don't know, I don't care. I sit on the floor. So I sit on the floor and up against the wall, which is freezing. And every time I get up, I swear my knees are breaking. I swear they are. All I hear is like just crackling, like ice, like you put something in ice and the ice like starts to crack. It's horrible. Holy cow. 2026, yeah. Not religious, but went to a family church for the first time ever last Sunday. Liked it so much, going again tomorrow. That's amazing. That's amazing, Stephanie. Listen, you don't have to be religious. You just, all God asks for is a relationship. That's all. Just a relationship. You don't have to be in a certain category or, call yourself something. Just, just a relationship. That's all you need. Bubble wrap. That's what it sounds like. Crack, 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 crack. No, Lilith, I haven't. She actually I haven't talked to her in a while. Flo and Bubby aren't here either. I don't know. I got to text them when we're done. They've been texting me, and I've been so busy. I haven't talked to anybody. I've only talked to Mr. Kazi this week. I'll tell you. Thinking about participating in Lent. Go ahead. 40 days. You give something up for 40 days. I don't even know when, because we're not Catholic. I don't even know when Ash Wednesday is to start. I don't know when that is. Oh, no. Oh, it starts this Wednesday, February 18th. That's when Lent starts. All right, Easter's April 5th. I know it's the day after Fat Tuesday. Ugh. Mardi Gras this weekend? Okay. I don't think I could ever go back to New Orleans. I mean, I'm not a big drinker now, but like I'm glad I did it when I was in my 20s and I had the time of my life. I'm telling you, it was so much. I got beads, but I didn't do anything for the beads. They just throw beads at you. You don't have to show your boobies for beads. I got plenty of beads. I got a lot of hurricanes. Every day was a hangover, and I had fun foods. I'm glad I did it in my 20s because there's no way I would be able to do it now. I was close to Mardi Gras. I don't think I could hang. I don't think I could. That place is crazy. Just almost near Mardi Gras, let alone during. I don't think I can hang. So I just checked in on Chronic. Chronic is still, she's getting better every day. She is definitely planning on returning to game night on Thursdays. She just asked for prayers for everyone, but she is getting better. Right now, she just has a couple of things that she has to take care of, and then she wants to tell her story when she comes back for game nights. So that'll be fun that we all get together on game nights again. You're going to try and fast for Lent every Friday? Babe. Well, I mean, you don't have to fast. Like when I was growing up, we weren't allowed to have meat on Ash Wednesday, Good Friday, and like so Ash Wednesday, and then no meat Fridays and no meat on Good Friday. Like it was all fish. And then you had to give something up, like something that you enjoy, like a sacrifice. So I'd always give up like ice cream or something like that. I'd be a mess too. No, the anxiety would make me a mess. I don't drink that much now, but then I probably would be drinking if I were in the crowd and, like, going on, like, peer pressure and shit. Thursday and Sunday evening back. Y Yes. So, but I don't know, like, there's no concrete, I just know that she's working her way back to getting back online. She will be back. She's just had some issues, and she's gonna tell everybody what that is. But we miss Chronic. I miss the game night. I definitely miss game night. Mr. Kazi's in there yawning. Is it time for lunch? He hasn't gotten his lunch. So, well, let's wrap up. I found out a passage in the Bible taken out of current Bibles, and the most recent Bible I have has it as lost a footnote. There has to be something to it. What is it? I lived in New Orleans on the parade route, so yeah, no desire to do it again. Terrell. I wouldn't be able to do it again. I wouldn't be able. I had the best time when I was in New Orleans. I really did. I had the best time. I went on the little casino boat, the little what's it called? The paddle boat? No, not a paddle boat. You know that boat. The boat. We went on that. Um I had the beignets. Where else did we go? We went somewhere else. We did something else. But I was mostly in the bars. I was like, this is great. They only closed down for an hour because they got to clean the bar out. All right. Hey, all right, we're back in. I had like a po' boy. I didn't really like the po' boy. Um, that's the place that set my lips on fire with the friggin' hot sauce. Bastards. We're not. That's okay, Tater. Yeah, it was fun. I mean, I liked it. They told us not to go out on any of the ghost tours because people were like stealing other people were being kidnapped and their kidneys were being stolen. And I'm like, wait, what? They're like, yeah, don't go on any tour, like street tours. Be safe. So then I always thought like someone's gonna steal my kidney. If I wanted to go ghost hunting, someone's gonna steal my kidney. I'm not a big I like I'm always been a scaredy cat. I'm not going on ghost hunts. But I just thought like, well that geez, oh man, that made it even scarier. And like my mom, she's like a horror freak, she loves horror. And she's like, well, we gotta go on a tour. I was like, you can go, I ain't going. You got to look. You want to give up a kidney? Go ahead. I'm getting on the plane on the return. So you're here or you're not. It's good times though. It was good times. Jarella, that's what I was told. I don't know. The people at the hotel were telling us not to go on like, don't be falling for those like ghost tours on the street. Because we were right off of Bourbon. Yeah. We're gonna kidnap you and steal your kidney. Bid on money, it's fine. I'm sure it was, but I'm telling you what I was told. I was 22 years old and naive. I was in a different town and I didn't know. I thought somebody was going to, and then I believed it because I was like, well, that's scary stuff going on, like, checking out, looking for spirits and stuff. You're not supposed to do that nonsense. Well, for me, because it scares the shit out of me. And then, like, my luck, somebody will freaking steal my kidney and I'll be dead. Don't get him. How do you know he's 1 month old with the Uber? How do you know he was only 1 month with the Uber? That Anne Rice Tours of Her Vampire Chronicles is amazing. Listen, I'm sure it is if you're not a scaredy cat like me. I'm sure all of that is amazing. If you're into like the spooky, scary, haunts, I believe that you have the best time ever. I can't do it. I can't do it. I have nightmares. Got a lot to say about that heart on my license. I got a lot to say about that heart on my license. The license said so. Oh, it said he was 1 month? I didn't know that. I didn't read too much into it. I was worried about getting the Mini Cooper. I was safe in getting the Mini Cooper. I wasn't kidnapped. Nobody was stealing my kidney that day. Ozzy, hello. Happy Valentine's Day. Love one another baking for your Aquarius. Wait, are you going to go live baking? Because everybody should check Ozzy out. She's over there. Listen, she don't break a sweat. She's made up to the nines. Like, she's like right out of a magazine in the kitchen, not breaking a sweat. So if that's your kind of channel, please sub up to Ozzy. It's a good time over there. She's just got a nice, chill, relaxing chat too. No drama. Alex always busting some balls. Gotta go take a nap and rest. uh the heart on the driver's license means oh yeah. Well, Brad, I wasn't driving. It would have been like walking tour. That was not that I did not consent to organ donating on the ghost tour. Oh yeah, Ozzy. He wanted to know if we have frozen salmon, and he wants to know how I can zhuzh it up for him because I don't eat salmon, so I don't normally cook it. When he does, he just throws it in the oven. Is there any tips and tricks on how to keep it, low cal fun? Thank you, Ocean. Maybe Sunday. Okay. So anyway, yeah, I didn't sign up for the donation. I didn't sign up for that. I was just there to get beignets and hurricanes and you know, have fun at bars. Or beurre blanc sauce. All right, I'm gonna have to Pinterest that. I'm gonna have to figure out what that is because I've been going into the low carb, high calorie. Oh, good. I've been going into the Spice House, and I really do. I was like, oh, I actually bought I know this is going to sound weird, but I actually picked up a little bottle of red wine vinegar because I like when I tell you I had no spices. I'm getting the spices. I have the turmeric. I have everything. So I'll need to Beurr Blanc. RRE Blanc. Damn it, I don't have shallots. I don't have shallots. I think he would really like that though. I have unsalted butter. I do have wine. I don't have shallots though. I'd have to get shallots. But if I go and I can use onions. I just chop them up real fine because I do have onions. Mmm. Remember, I took the wine. Well, I didn't take it. It was a gift from work. I took the wine for Christmas. I still have it. I might have a sippy poo today. I might have a sippy poo for Valentine's Day. I'll be down there cooking. I'd have to figure it out. Just fancy on it, caramelize them. It'll be good. All right. Ooh. So, Mr. Kazi, it is unsalted butter, white wine vinegar, white wine, which will cook out because the alcohol cooks out. Vinegar and onions into which cold butter is whisked into a rich, tangy, creamy, and like sauce. So I think you'll like that. And I'll sear it, right? I just sear it. I should just sear it. I'm not going to bake it. I'll sear it. That's a good idea. And it's high calorie. Why are you telling me get to it? You've been a little bossy lately, I'll tell you. We haven't been to Caturday in 2 weeks. The Golden District in New Orleans, his family has been there for almost 200 years. It's gorgeous. I mean, yeah, it was nice. Well, like Bourbon Street is like a bunch of bars, but the buildings, the architecture is beautiful. And then the surround, like the French Quarter is nice. I got a hub grub, some restaurant prime rib, and a cheesesteak, a cheesecake. Brad, the Cheesecake Factory, they're actually good. That's the last time we went. I had the brunch menu, which was the prime rib, eggs. I didn't eat the potatoes, but the potatoes looked really good. And then the cheesecake. Just go right to the cheesecake. Go right to the cheesecake. Broil it on 450. Mmm. Well, he's going to do that. You lived uptown too? He loves honey and he loves garlic and he loves sesame. I have pen and paper here. So I'm going to write down this sauce for that. And then just low and high. Honey, soy, garlic reduction. Honey, soy, garlic reduction with. He would probably like that more if I had to guess. If I had to guess, I'd say that. Oh yeah, I don't think he would care about that. I think he cares about the taste. He's been doing low carb, but he's been really doing good on his carbs. Um, keto honey. Well, we just got a big keto. We just got a big honey. But if there's a keto honey the next time I go, I'll pick that up for him. But that sounds good. I think he'll like that. It'll be all right. Carbs for right now until we run out of our ingredients, until we get like a complete bariatric household. We'll be okay. We'll be okay. He's doing really good on his carbs though. Like he's only getting carbs from like fruits, which I know are high in sugar and all that stuff, but it's natural. It's not like he's not eating candy. You know what I mean? Cheesecake Factory is my favorite restaurant. Everything from apps to desserts is amazing. I mean, I like it. I think they've gone a little bit down. Like they've gone down in quality since when they first came around, I feel like. Um Like, for that kind of like, I don't know. I just feel like some things are low quality, but that, brunch ribeye and eggs was really good, the steak and eggs. I would get that again. That I would get again. Um, of course, the, like, when I could eat appetizers, the crab dip, the crab and or crab and spinach. It was a warm crab dip. I like that. The spinach and artichoke, and of course the fried mac and cheese balls. Um, but if I had to choose my favorite restaurant, I would say Texas Roadhouse. I think I would say, thank you, Ozzy. I think I would say Texas Roadhouse is probably my favorite. And they're building one not too far from me. Lady on him, I have everything. 100. I think everything lately is meant for us to watch one hand distract us while the other is doing weird. Oh, Brad, it's always that way. It's always that way. Pineapple upside down cheesecake. Oh, is Rendell, did you have that? I always wondered about it, and then I always go to, like, a white chocolate or, like, I always go, vanilla bean. Oh, I think I took a picture in front of St. Louis Cathedral. Stuffed mushrooms are delicious. Yeah, I like them. I like them. I was talking to a patient yesterday, and he's like, "Oh yeah, they're making one. They're opening one up here, like in the area." And I was like, "Yeah, I know." I said, "I know. We have a gift card. So we have gift cards. So everybody gives us gift cards to go out. So we have a gift card for that. Once we're both up and running." I mean, he's like, "The bread is delicious," and I was like, "You know what? I forgot about the rolls because they do have good rolls. Um, I can't eat those. And I always get the New York strip." All right, Ozzy, happy Valentine's Day. We'll see you soon. Pineapple cheesecake. We were just talking about the pineapples, Rendall. We had this whole big conversation about freaking pineapples, flamingos, and unicorns on cruises. Did you know that that was an open invite for people? I knew about the pineapple. I didn't know about the unicorn and the flamingos. Really? you could you could still like pineapples. Uh so anyway, I want to share what Prince William and Princess Kate shared today. Their Valentine photo. And then we're going to wrap it up. I really haven't been paying attention to much that's been going on. Like at all. Like it's work, Mr. Kazi, work, Mr. Kazi. But I do know that Kate was out celebrating, not celebrating, but acknowledging Mental Health Week over in the UK. And she's been going over to the children's hospitals that help children with, like, mental illness. She's so stinking cute. Durella, the Cheesecake Factory, just one piece of cheesecake is like 1,200 calories. I know. Because when I got all the cake, I would like only take a spoon, and I would have to figure out how many pieces of one piece it was. I was like, holy shit. Yeah, that's bad. That's real bad. All right, I have that written down. I can close that tab. But so she's been out there doing her thing, and Prince William is over in Saudi Arabia with the prince. They did announce that in March there's going to be a state banquet at the palace. So we're going to have a tiara moment. I can't wait for that. I think it's March 13th or March 18th. Don't get me wrong. It's the middle of March. It's around e- um St. Patty's. But all stay out of the villages in Florida. They support all the nude beaches and pineapples. No clothes are required. Oh no. Well, I mean, everybody deserves to live their life freely, right? And if you have like a little community, Tater knows where the community is. You go or you don't. I won't be there. I won't be there. I'm good. Valentine's is a food cheat day. Otherwise, we have to lie to one another. I mean, with the candies, I didn't go back. I didn't do any of that. I didn't do any of that this year. I didn't do any of it. I was very low key. I got my flowers. We got cards for each other. And now I might run out and get us some steaks. I might do that. And pull him out salmon. He might, if he wants a surf and turf, or I can make him salmon tomorrow. But anyway, let me show you the picture of them. Their Valentine pic. It's never seen before, but this is what they posted to say happy Valentine's Day to everyone. They're so stinking cute. I love them. God. They are so adorable. They are. And I'm telling you, with this whole, like, the whole, like, the more Epstein stuff that comes out and the more Andrew is, like, being whatever, like, William wants Andrew out of Britain. Like, he wants him to leave the country, just like King Edward. He wants him out, out, out. So he's having a fit. So I'm good, like, they're just a beautiful couple. It's historical right there. They're a historical couple. And we're getting, like, how good is that? We're growing up with them, or we're watching them grow up. I mean, I'm not that much older than they are, but I've been following their story since the engagement. Actually, since I found out they were dating. They are a couple to admire. They're good. They're awesome. And just to watch them, like, grow into that, and hopefully I get to watch him become king one day. And again, just a friendly reminder, Coronation Day will be live here. Even if I have to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, I don't care. I'll be here. You don't have to be here if it's that late, but we're going to be doing coronation when it happens. But we never know when it's going to happen. So we'll just have to keep our fascinators in their box and wait for the day. Let's all try to make a trip there when William has his coronation, right? Wouldn't that be awesome? Like a little Caturday group. We're like, hi, we talk about you every week. Oh, could you imagine? Anyway. All right, you guys. I missed you guys so much. I thank you for joining me and hanging out. Go now, be free, enjoy the rest of your Valentine's Day. Um, be your own Valentine. You don't necessarily have to be with someone to be your own Valentine. Do a self-care day, love yourself, treat yourself, do whatever you need to do, but have a great rest of your Saturday. I will see you guys soon. Bye.